Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives and have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Vic Catalfamo on the line, and he's president over at VICM. Vic, welcome to the show.
Hey, Adam, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Oh, man, so I'm excited. I'm excited to get into what you're doing over at VICM and how you're helping your clients. Also, not to spoiler it right now, we're going to go further into it, but I know you have a business ideas evaluation that you're also offering, and that's going to be a complimentary, so I'm definitely excited to get into that. But before we do that, Vic, let's get a little bit further into your background. So how did you get started in your career and in business?
Yes, I started in late 90s. I pioneered digital marketing at Procter & Gamble. I was able to and really lucky to be in the right time, in the right spot, and I nurtured growth in digital for all pretty much the consumer goods at Procter & Gamble out of Cincinnati, and from there to other C-level corporate jobs. In the past actually several years, I really enjoy to help small and medium-sized companies to really grow their business, get out of struggle, and learn how to be successful in marketing.
Man, I love talking to guys like you, and it's because you really have a unique vantage point. So to be able to pioneer like at a company like P&G, I mean, it's very unique. So, and the things that a lot of people don't understand, unless they've gone through this, is that not everybody graduates college and works for a big company or understands kind of the systems that it takes to run big companies like that, or marketing especially on that level. So if you've always been in the small business world, what I've always found is talking to guys like you just provides that additional insight from a completely different angle, because you can always apply those skills. So let's switch it up. I do want to get right into what you're doing over at VICM. So first, tell us a little bit more about that company, please.
Sure. So that's it's my company. I started about 5 years ago. It's a very agile, scalable service company. So I really tailor my team to the needs of customers and brands. And again, I really focus on either entrepreneurs that have an idea and they wanted to get some guidance how to get the idea tested efficiently and affordably, and then all the way to more mid-sized companies that they've been grown, maybe they stalled their revenues and the customers, and so they try to revamp their business and transition their business to something else. My really focus is digital marketing. So a lot of businesses either they want to stop wasting their money on social media, or they're really trying to find how to really acquire new customers or retain existing customers at a very scalable type of marketing tactics. And it's a very difficult world out there, Adam. It's very difficult to navigate. It's a very technology-driven, data-driven, and the landscape changes dramatically. So really my focus has been since those early years of process to stay abreast of technology and really guide and counsel these business partners and clients and brands to what they should do. And that's why my tagline is marketing works since 1999.
What do you find are some of the, and I know this is going to change, by the way, from company to company, size of company, business, founder. I mean, I know there's a lot of variables, so I don't want to oversimplify it, but I know that there also are, certain themes that arise. What do you find are some common themes of mistakes that have arisen with kind of the small business clients that you normally take on before they start working with you?
Yeah, there's actually always very, very common to, let's say, challenges that they go through, and they might not think through fully, and they are kind of distracted to start selecting the platform where they want to market. It's a Facebook, or it's a YouTube, or now TikTok. And they forget that, going back to the fundamentals, where marketing is about connecting the brand or service to an audience. So the two things that I always help them with is, number one, identify not just the market and the target audience, but what are the other audiences and target and potential customers that might be actually appealed by the service or the product that they sell, and kind of expand that audience. And most of the time, when we start doing some tests, we always find other type of customers that they were not really looking for at the beginning. They're actually the one they're going to convert, and they're going to grow their businesses. And I have plenty of examples. The other one is like what I call the unique selling proposition. Now it's a very competitive market, and the first question we should ask as our customer ourselves, right, is why would I purchase your service, your brand? And we forget that, we call product marketing how we portray the product, the features, the claims, the superiority, what's different. It's always a second thought, and that's why most of the businesses, or entrepreneurs might have struggled at the beginning because they really don't focus on that.
Man, that's great. The unique selling proposition. I love that. I always, it's one of those things, and it's not something that you necessarily come up with overnight. I mean, you think you have it, and then like you said, you do some testing, you run some ads or whatever you're doing in terms of getting a larger population of clients, and you start seeing this, and sometimes you pivot. You see some things that the data just doesn't lie. So I love that you're making data-based decisions on digital marketing, which is, I think, where the entire industry is going. Further and further as time goes on, analytics get better. I mean, a lot's changed since those early 90s when you were working on things, huh?
A lot of changes, but the fundamentals are still the same.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, what do you sell? What would a customer purchase? And how would you scale that base customers affordably, right? So that you can have a very positive cash flow as you move forward. A lot of entrepreneurs, again, might go too fast, don't test enough, and they run out of cash, and that's very normal. That's what normally they call me, and I'll help them out.
What are there's some people listening right now that they obviously like what you're doing. They've heard what you're saying. They know you're an expert in your field. Just so they know if they're the right type of client to follow up with you, are there particular niches that you like working with, specialize in, or a specific size of client you typically like? What's the sweet spot for you, like an ideal client profile?
I have spent, my youth and most of my career and just experience on the market on consumer goods. Definitely the consumer packaged goods. It's an area where I very comfortably fall in and help easily. But real estate, insurances, health services, dentists, orthodontics, lawyers, furnitures, financial services. That's pretty much, I most commonly I find myself helping out.
That's awesome. So let's. I do want to get into this business idea evaluation that you're offering complimentary. Tell me a little bit more about that. Yes,
it's something that I really nurture and I enjoy doing. It's a 30-minute free consultation over the phone. I can leave the link where they can schedule this consultation at their convenience. It's an online scheduler. They can book me up. There's no sales pressure, nothing. I really listen to their business model or their current struggle with their businesses, and then I'll actually give them very pointed, very clear suggestions how they can improve.
Fantastic. So, Vic, if somebody does want to follow up and learn more about VICM, what's the best way for them to do that?
Go to VICMagency.com. That will open the scheduler and just book me up, and I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Well, hey, Vic, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background and all the great tips you gave to our business owners and entrepreneurs out there today. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Without you listening, there is no podcast, so keep listening. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Money Matters Top Tips, don't forget to subscribe to that. And also leave us some comments on the video. I'd love to hear your feedback on our discussion today and your thoughts on what's going on in business. So thank you for that. And Vic, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you all. Thanks so much.